Hey everyone, and today we're taking a look at Red Dead Redemption, which came out 4 years ago. So it's been a while since the game came out, and I wanted to do a review of it for a long time. The problem is, I didn't really play it before this week, and finished it today, which is kinda awkward. I should have done that a long time ago, because that's horse riding! Horse riding in this game is brilliant, and it's one of those things that, make me want to play more of this game. And there is a lot about this game that I want to talk about, so let's go into the setting. The setting of this game is actually quite brilliant. It's set in the western world between the borders of Mexico and United States. Back to a time before the machinery, the heavy guns, and stuff like that. But what really catches the setting of this game is just the world itself, because this is a world I want to spend more time in. As you can see in the gameplay, the world looks really good. And that is considering the game is 4 years old. Again, I should have made this review 4 years ago, but I didn't make reviews at that time. And also, I didn't play it before, recently for me. And this game was made by Rockstar, and Rockstar outdid themselves this time around because the game looks sharp, it looks great, the open world feels like an open world because you have animals, you have things to do in the world. Like, for example, you can see bandits and thieves around the area, as well as other people trying to uphold the law. Also, there are some fun side quests that you can find here that you actually want to do. That's not actually, that's not something that you see in every open world game, that you actually want to do the side missions and take your time, exploring what the game has to offer. The game followed protagonist John Marston, who is a former outlaw and is taken from his family by the Bureau of Investigation. And they state that Marston will be granted amnesty if he brings the remaining member of his old gang to justice. And Marston agrees to this. What's really special about this story, even though you had these special main quests that you have to do in a certain order, there are actually a lot of things that you can do in this game at your own pace. You can choose what to do because usually in this game, you will have several quests that you can take at any one time, and you can do them in any order you want. Like you will see these letters on the minimap, and they will actually tell you who the quest is from, and then you can choose, to help that person. And then when you're done with that, you can go and help another person, or you can choose to do one quest from each, and then decide upon later who you want to help. Or you can just spend, several hours horse riding. This game, I really wish I played this game 4 years ago because the technology at that time wasn't as good as it is now. And what really caught me into the game was the horse riding, because the horses in this game makes getting from place to place a little bit of fun, because the horses they don't act like vehicles. They don't act like what we'll call it cars or other vehicles that you're used to in other games. They actually act like horses because you have this button that you have to push, and if you push it too many times, to make them run faster, the horse will actually throw you off. So you actually have to interact with your horse in a way that makes you kind of care about them, and you don't want them to be killed. But if they get killed, you don't really get punished for that. But still, this is one of the best horse animations, or like the best horse controls that I've seen in any game. Yes, any game. And what are the missions in the game like? Well, the missions are usually introduced by a cutscene, and then you undertake the mission. And this can involve, catching wild horses with lasso or taking down criminal gangs. And then you have these personal relationships with the different characters that you get missions from. And there are a great cast of characters. Actually, they are more varied and interesting than the main character himself, because Marston, while he's not a bad character at all, he's kind of bland when it comes to the his cause and what he's standing for. While he has some strong opinions in the beginning of the game, while you get introduced to him, in the later part you don't really connect with him as well as you should. And when I watched the credit scene, I just realized it was over, and that I didn't get all the answers I wanted from this game. Also, one thing I have to, mention is the music. The music of this game is really good. It is what I would like to call above average. It's good but not great, and sometimes it even passes that great mark and becomes brilliant. So it's a good mix of music here, that sets the tempo for both the combat and the exploration. Also, something I would like to mention is that you actually can buy things from the store. You can actually also go hunting, kill the animal, skin the animal, and then sell the hide to different mercenaries and shops around the place. Also, some of the side things you can do, you can play poker, you can go hunting. That's usually what you will be spending your time doing, if you're not doing the main story. And poker was actually a fun distraction. It was even incorporated into the main storyline, so it all makes sense while you're doing this. This is a Western setting after all. I haven't been playing the Undead Nightmare campaign yet, but I wish to do it based on what I've been playing here. The game is good. It is not something that you will easily throw away. It is something that you may want to spend some more time with after the credits has passed. And the costumes and challenges that you can do just adds value to the game. So it took me about 17 hours to finish this game. 17 to 18 hours. And that was without rushing it. I think that you can finish this game, a lot quicker, but I would like to take my time, and you will be spending time horse riding and watching the sights, even if you think that's stupid, or if you don't like exploration, you will still find yourself doing it and stop the game just to watch the beautiful view that you get. And just to mention it, for those that haven't watched my reviews before, I do grade the games based on when they came out. So even if the graphics is not to start with the next generation, I would like to say that I played this game on the Xbox 360, and I would like to give this game a 9.0. It's brilliant, it's good, it is something that you should play if you own the console or own the PS3, because this is one of the better open worlds that Rockstar has delivered us, and I can't wait to spend more time with it in the Undead Nightmare, which is the DLC or the expansion content. Yeah, so I see you guys later, and this was a 9.0.